Hello Rangers and SignalFire Cloud users. Let me show you how to make use of the alarms using the SignalFire Cloud Web app. Click on Alarms, and over here you can view the alarm status. So which alarm is currently active, then the alarm journal, the journal that shows every single alarm from any Rangers as they go from on and off, or they're toggling from in and out of alarm. Very useful to see, how often a device goes into alarm, and you can export that to the journal to a spreadsheet to analyze, for instance, the frequency of alarms for a given metric or a given Ranger. Configure alarm over here, pretty useful to at a glance visualize a given Ranger or given metrics. What are their thresholds to be in alarm? The deadband, the delay, if they're enabled or disabled. So over here, if you select devices, as an example, say I pick a couple of nodes, you can do the Control-Shift key to select one or more. And I'm going to select a few over here and then view them. So now the list of devices and the alarm are shown with all the respective values. I can further filter by, as an example, say I would like to make sure that all of my analog input one have the same alarm threshold and setting. So now I just filter down to the Rangers in my list for the analog input, and now I can ensure that they're all set the same, if that's my goal. So that's a pretty useful screen to configure your alarms at a glance. And finally, alarms need to be routed to users, and users need to be part of certain groups, and Rangers need to be assigned to given groups. So this is where you can do this. So say you want to create a new group. We'll call that tank terminal number 2. And I'm going to select the tank terminal number 2. I need to include now users that will be notified for the alarms that are associated with the tank terminal number 2, and include Rangers that participate in tank terminal number 2. So let's click on configure here. Let me go grab a user. I have this user now included in that group. So now I have a user now included. It shows over here we have one Ranger participating in tank terminal number 2. Let me add another one. So again, the screen allows you to grab more than one Rangers, like that. And then make them participate in that group. So now this means that tank terminal number 2 has the following Rangers, and that this user is assigned to tank terminal number 2 and will therefore see all of the alarms coming in from these 3 Rangers. You can view this differently with the slicer. I call it the slicer here. So say you click on Ranger, and then you want to look at you pick up a Ranger, and you can then see for a given Ranger what group does it belong to, and then what alarm group that it's assigned to. You can slice it using users. So let's say I pick a user, and now I can see this user belongs to a given tank a group, in this case called tank terminal 2, and that this tank terminal 2 now has these Rangers, and therefore this user will be notified of the alarms coming from the Rangers listed over here. Finally, from the home page, if you click on a given Ranger and you go to its node status style, if you click on configure and then you click on alarms, you can here edit the alarm group, and this is where you can also, from that node status style, reassign the Ranger to a different group. So there you go. This is how you manage alarms and how you assign alarms to different users, different groups from the SignalFire Cloud Web app. Thank you.